Good morning. Welcome to the Millionaire Book Club. My name is Pearlie Hunter. Side effects of tapping in with me every single morning do include personal development, mindset transformations, paradigm shifts, and the ability to think your way to success. So I am super blessed this morning. Super grateful that you are here with me. It's Tuesday morning, August 10th. And drop me something that you are grateful for in the chat. Very grateful for you. Very grateful for this day. Very grateful for my life. Very grateful for another chance to serve in my purpose. Grateful for my children, my spouse, my friends, my family, my soul family. Grateful for Mother Earth. Grateful for nature. Grateful for love. Grateful for light. Grateful for discipline, consistency. Grateful for this morning routine. Grateful for my reading abilities. Grateful for everything and everybody. So drop me something that you are grateful for in the chat, y'all. And I'm going to read the daily word today for August 10th. Bless you. Welcome. All right. So the daily word for the day is grace. I love this because that's my grandmother's name, Grace. Grace gives me room to roam and a welcoming place to return. My progress along my spiritual journey has not always been smooth and predictable. There have been times when busyness and distraction have pulled me away from my spiritual practices, or I have clung to beliefs that no longer fit my growing spiritual understanding. I may have even experienced a crisis of faith that has left me wondering why I believe as I do. And yet, I return to my path, resume my practices, and regain my faith through the gift of grace. Sometimes I need to step away from what I have always done and believed. The distance allows me to feel my way into a new way of doing and believing. Through grace, I am free to question and explore, knowing I am always at home in the heart of God. By the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace toward me has not been in vain. 1 Corinthians 15:10. Okay. So Barb said, bless you. Barb said, I'm so grateful for another day. I'm grateful for God, my family, my health. I'm so grateful for the Millionaire Book Club. So grateful for you, Queen. Grateful. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. You know that. Grateful for life, Crystal said. Grateful for everything, everyone, etc., etc. Okay. Just grateful. Attitude of gratitude. We definitely like to just show it, just say it, just set it with some intention, right? To make it known what you're grateful for. So many people are ungrateful, right? It's the norm to be ungrateful. So we're not normal, y'all. So let's pull a card. This is the Four Agreements card deck, the fifth book that we read in the book club. And we actually will be starting book number 10 this week, okay? We are on our 10th book of the year. That's a blessing. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. I remember last year it took me 4 months to read one book. So this book club was very intentional for those reasons, to stay consistent, to be able to get books, actually completed, and to help other people, expose people to this information while exposing myself. Let's see what our agreement is. Girl, why you keep sneezing? Get up out of here with that. Get up out of here with that. Jeez. All right. So we got a don't make assumptions. Assume nothing. I love this card. It's green, heart chakra, vibes all through it. Okay. Assume nothing. And don't make assumptions. In any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want. We assume they are going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. Okay. And then we got another one. Don't take anything personally. Your truth is personal to you. Your truth is personal to you. This guy just sitting here peacefully reading like we about to do. Okay. Your own opinions and point of view reflect your own agreements and are personal to you. It is no one's truth but yours. Okay. So nobody has to agree with you. Don't take anything personally. Okay. Don't make assumptions. Love it. All right. Now, before I get started with the read, we will be ending the chapter today. When do the kids start school? It's a good question. I think our kids start school September 7th, around that time, September 7th. It's gonna be coming quick. But okay, before we get started, I do want to show you guys the next book we're gonna read, our 10th book in book club, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. Okay. So go ahead and get it. This would be the perfect time to start over, add the book club to your routine every single day, and get into alignment with what we do every day. Super grateful. And then Think Like a Monk. This was a great book. I loved it. Glad we are ending it. It's ending so good. Yesterday we started chapter 11 and it was all about service, just actually getting out and giving, getting out and doing, right? Oh my God, tomorrow? That's so early. Wow, you lucky, Crystal. That's what my baby looking like. That's so early, okay? Y'all going to school soon. I can't wait. I don't even know if my baby actually going into school though. That's what's crazy. Or if it's going to be virtual. I'm not sure yet. All right. Service. Be of service, okay? Give. That's the best way to show your gratitude. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to wait until they have a lot to give, but you can give without having anything. You can be of service without having a dollar, a dime, without having it all figured out all together. And then the thing is, when you give more, you get more, right? So the more you give, the more you get. So I know I said I wanted to like do some volunteer work at a church. And that takes it a step further than just tithing. Like if you tithe at church, that takes it a whole step further. Okay. So we're going to start on page 264 and we starting with serve with intention, y'all. Sorry if my voice, I definitely know that it sounds a little raspy because I'm under the weather just a little bit still. This thing is lingering, y'all. It's lingering, whatever it is. But thank y'all for working with me. Okay, so serve with intention. I had come to the ashram to serve, and when I was saying my goodbyes, one monk had been like a big brother to me, took me aside. He said something like, if your health and being a monk isn't right for you, that doesn't mean you can't serve. If you feel you can serve better by being married or becoming a chef or darning socks for the needy, that takes priority. Service to humanity is the higher goal. His words reassured me that just because I was leaving didn't mean my intention had to change. One can serve with a mix of intentions, broad and narrow. We might do it to be liked, to feel good about ourselves, to look good, to connect with other people, to receive some kind of reward. But if you're out there helping your friends move, cooking for them, celebrating them, and then you wonder, why doesn't anyone come help me? Or why did everyone forget my birthday? You've missed the point. You're seeing yourself as the giver and them as the receiver, and imagining that when service is done, a debt is created. True service doesn't expect or even want anything in return. Nonetheless, the service itself often yields happiness, as both the Bhagavad Gita and the science show. When I do something to serve you and you're happy, I'm happy. But is service selfish if it brings you joy? Is it selfish if it teaches your children a lesson? Of course not. If a certain kind of giving makes you happy or benefits you in some way, that's a great place to start. After I left the ashram, I led retreats from London to Mumbai, giving people from the UK and other parts of Europe a chance to serve midday meals with Anamarita. One man who came on a retreat with me brought his kids, aged 13 and 14. They returned from that trip having witnessed and felt gratitude of people who didn't have much in their lives. The father was thrilled at how transformed his kids were. His trip was not completely selfless. He wanted his children to learn and grow, but it was still the right thing to do. In fact, the learning opportunity he saw for his children is an example of the mutual benefits of service. The problems that some of us face are mental, anxiety, depression, loneliness, whereas for many of the people in need of service, the greatest challenges are more basic: food, clothing, and shelter. We can heal our mental challenges by helping them with their physical needs. Service, therefore, is a reciprocal exchange. You're not saving anyone by helping them. You need help as much as they do. When we're in service, we're an instrument of grace and compassion. We feel this, and sometimes it goes to our heads. But remember that whatever you are giving was given to you. When you pass it on, you can't take credit for it. How true is this, right? Whatever you are given was given to you, right? My book, my creation of the book club and the purpose behind it and what I was doing it for, right? The intention. I wanted to give that because of what was given to me, because of the way, this information was given to me and how it impacted me. I just knew I had to give it to others, right? So this is not a lie. Like when you pass it on, you can't take credit for it because it was given to you, right? If I would have never heard somebody talking, seeing my mentor Nano getting up every single morning, getting on a call, impacting people, empowering people, motivating people, right? And granted, right now he'd been doing this over 2 years, right? So he got over 2,000 people getting on his call every single morning, right? But where did he start? He started just like how we are starting, right? Very small, very low. And then he stayed consistent. He stayed disciplined. He stayed giving value. And look, now he impacted me, which allowed me to do this, to impact you, right? Beautiful. It's just a cycle. Okay. So, say that to say too, just like we, especially the people who've been on this thing, about to be starting on our 10th book, we've learned a lot, right? You have to find a way to give that back to people. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to give that knowledge, to give that peace of mind, that piece of that awareness, right? It gives you peace to be that aware, to be that emotionally and mentally balanced, okay? And we are that way because we learn in all of these different things. Okay. So serve within your dharma. Serve within your dharma. Because service is a natural part of being human, it's easier than you think. Just serve. We can always, every day, right now, find ways to serve through what we're already doing. If you're a musician, serve. If you're a coder, serve. If you're an entrepreneur, serve. You don't have to change your occupation. You don't have to change your schedule. You can serve from any situation. If you look around, you will see opportunities for service everywhere. In schools, at religious institutions, with individuals on the street, charities. There are neighborhood food drives and used costume drives at school. You can run a race to raise money for a charity or have a lemonade stand. You can help a friend gather toiletries to send to disaster victims. You can visit a sick or aging relative. If you live in a city, you can often carry your leftovers out of a restaurant and offer them to a homeless person. Those closest to us and those who have nobody, there are infinite ways to serve. You don't have to do charity work every day or give away all your money. Simply realize you're in service and look for how you can connect what you already do to a higher purpose. Just as you bring your Dharma to work, bring service to your Dharma. Okay? It's about the spirit in which you do the same work. You can either see the world through the lens of love and duty or through the lens of necessity and force. Okay? I choose love and duty. Okay? Nothing is forced, right? I don't want to be forced to do anything, literally, right? Like the world is being forced to do things right now. I don't want to be, led by force and necessity, right? Love and duty are more likely to lead to happiness. Try this, ways to serve. Over the course of a week, write down every place where you spend time. Open your eyes to the service opportunities by looking for one in every circumstance. Sometimes it is a need that you spot. Sometimes it is an existing project you can join. Sometimes it is attaching a fundraiser to an activity you already do. Sometimes it is a friend's service effort. At the end of the week, pick the 3 opportunities that interest you most and reach out to one of them. Here are some sample places where you can look for opportunities. Work, school, social event with friends, online community, religious or other community group, gym, request for help from a cause you've supported in the past. And I just like to put this out here, right? Because I said it yesterday, but I got my daughter sitting here right now listening. So, daughter, if you're looking for ways to serve, you can just help serve me more kindly, right? When I ask you to do things, do it with more love and duty and service filled mindset, okay? Not necessity and force, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. Force you. I just want you to, be a willing servant, right? A servant leader for mommy. Okay. All suffering belongs to all of us. When the monks and I were fending for ourselves in the village, the ultimate lesson for me was that there was always another level of service. This lesson emerged from looking past our own needs to see and feel and respond to the needs of those around us. So I got to sneak it in when I can, right? Because she's listening right now, actively listening. It's going in subconsciously, I pray. I think of compassion as active empathy. Not only the willingness to see, feel, and ease the pain of others, but also the willingness to take on some of that pain. There is a Zen story about a young man who was world weary and dejected. With no plan or prospects, he goes to a monastery, tells the master that he is hoping to find a better path, but he admits that he lacks patience. Can I find enlightenment without all that meditation and fasting, he asks? I don't think I can handle it. Is there any way? Is there any other way? Perhaps, says the master, but you will need the ability to focus. Are there any skills you've developed? The young man looks down. He hasn't been inspired by his studies or any particular interests. Finally, he shrugs. Well, I'm not bad at chess. The master calls over one of the monk elders and says, I'd like you and this young man to play a game of chess. Play carefully, because I will cut off the head of the one who loses. The young man breaks into a sweat. He's playing for his life. He plays weakly at first, but it soon becomes clear that his opponent's chess skills are fair at best. If he puts his mind to it, he will surely win. He soon loses himself in concentration and begins to beat the old monk. The master begins to sharpen his sword. Now the young man looks across the table, sees the wise, calm face of the old monk, who in his obedience and detachment has no fear of the death that certainly awaits him. The disillusioned man thinks, I can't be responsible for this man's death. His life is worth more than mine. Then the young man's play changes. He deliberately begins to lose. Without warning, the master flips the table over, scattering the pieces. Today there will be no winner and no loser, he states. The losing monk's calm demeanor doesn't change, but the astonished young man feels a great sense of relief. The elder says to him, "You have the ability to concentrate, and you are willing to give your life for another. That is compassion. Join us and proceed in that spirit. You are ready to be a monk." There are approximately 152 million child laborers in the world. You hear that? Don't be 153, okay? There are approximately 152 million child laborers in the world. And Kailash Satyarthi has taken on an enormous amount of pain in his effort to end child labor. In the course of his work, he has been threatened and beaten many times. He says the world is capable to end child labor. We have the technology. We have the resources. We have laws and international treaties. We have everything. The only thing is that we have to feel compassion for others. My struggle is for the globalization of compassion. Like Satyarthi, we are motivated to serve when we think of the whole world as one family. You wouldn't want your child to be enslaved or your parent to be homeless. Why would you want those hardships for anyone else's child or parent? If you stay shut in your world and never see how other people live, you'll never be focused on service, right? If you stay shut in your world, right, only wondering or worrying about what's happening in your realm, right? Sometimes I like it that way, though. Jeez. When we bear witness to other people's pain, we feel our shared humanity and are motivated to take action. For heroes like Satyarthi and for monks, and ideally for all of us, there is no us and them. Okay? There is no us and them. When he said, like when he kept saying about being kind, right? Having compassion. That's one thing that I felt like when we had to be masked, it was taking that away, right? It was taking away our ability to read other people's facial expressions, to read their emotions, basically, right? Read body language. Because if this is covered, you can't really see if somebody's smiling, frowning. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell. You can't really tell. So you don't really have a lot of compassion. You probably just cold, right? You just walk past everybody and just look, right? It's just eyes. But, you know, be compassionate to everybody. Know that everybody is going through their own personal struggles and issues, right? And regardless of what you feel they should do for you or to you or with you or how you think somebody else should be doing things, the reality of it is they're doing what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? They living in their purpose. They trying to find out what they need to do in their world to grow, to evolve, to transform, just like all of us. And what they need to do is not necessarily what you need to do, right? Or not necessarily what you want them to do. Okay? Follow the pain in your heart. So a part of that compassion is just being, you know, allowing people to grow, how they grow, and still loving them for who they are becoming and evolving into. Follow the pain in your heart. An infinite number of people and causes need our help now. We need everyone in the world to do everything. The benefits to them and us are immediate. While we should never avoid helping others when we see their need, we can and should develop a sense of what sorts of service we're best at and focus our attention on them. Choose where to serve based on your own compassion. Buddhist scholar and environmental activist Joanna Macy writes, "You don't need to do everything. Do what calls your heart. Effective action comes from love. It is unstoppable and it is enough." Serving through your dharma, healing the pain that you connect with. This approach is very much in line with the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, which likes to meet you wherever you are and encourage you to reach higher. When I was a monk, I prepared food for children with Anamrita, cleaned temples, always carried food to hand out to strangers, and otherwise served in the ways that made sense for me at the time. Now, with a different platform, I've been able to help a YouTube campaign raise nearly $150,000 for the Kailash Shatari Children's Foundation of America. On Facebook, my community raised over $60,000 for Pencils of Promise. $75 provides a year of education for one child. The sense of meaning and gratitude I feel has been constant as my path of giving evolves. Here's the life hack. Service is always the answer. Service is always the answer. It fixes a bad day. It tempers the burdens we bear. Service helps other people and helps us. We don't expect anything in return, but what we get is the joy of service. It's an exchange of love. When you're living in service, you don't have time to complain and criticize. When you're living in service, your fears go away. When you're living in service, you feel grateful. Your material attachments diminish. Service is the direct path to a meaningful life, right? So like I said yesterday, if you've been feeling like, you just want more out of life, or things haven't been going the way you want them to go, things haven't been manifesting as fast as you want them to manifest, add some service, right? Add some service, like some true, unconditional, genuine service, right? Not because you like, oh, Pearly said if I add service, then my manifestations start coming quicker, right? Not because of that. Simply because you know that adding service to your daily life will enhance it, right? Will help you and help somebody else in a great, great way, right? And that should make you feel good, right? To know that you are being a blessing to somebody and not expecting anything in return, right? Not creating a debt, like I did this, so now I'm keeping a tally sheet. I know I did this for you, so I should expect you to be able to do this for me, right? That's not like genuine service. So try this. Serve the pain that you know best. One route to service is through healing the pain that we know best. Write down 3 moments in your life when you felt lost or in need. Maybe you were depressed and could have used support. Maybe you wanted an education you couldn't afford. Maybe you needed guidance but didn't have the right teacher. Match a charity or cause to each area of pain. A teen hotline, a scholarship fund, a mentoring program, a politician. Now see if any of these options have opportunities to serve that suit your dharma. Okay. And it's so funny too, because yesterday, it was a commercial on TV. It was one of those commercials about the, like the kids in Africa, the Black kids who are super sick and like super skinny. They show like all of the bad conditions where it's like just flies everywhere. The babies be all crying. Y'all know I'm sensitive to the babies, right? I love my mamas and my babies. So that's so funny because I was thinking like this would actually be something that I wouldn't mind donating to every single month, right? It's a lot of things that I purchase every single month, and this was like a little $10 a month donation, I believe, $10 a month, or it could have been $10 a week actually, but things like that, right? Connect yourself with things like that. My biggest thing with that just be, is the money actually going where they say it's going? Is it actually going to help these people, to help these? But then I try to remember that I can't control that part, right? I can only control my intention. If my intention with the support was for it to go this place, once I put my intention on it and it leaves my my realm, my energy field, and it goes out where it goes. I just have to trust, right? Good morning, big sister. Welcome. I just have to trust, right? So yeah, we can't be that like that in control of it, of our service. We just have to do it with positive and good intentions. Okay. So that was actually the end of the chapter, y'all. That was the end of the chapter. But there is like a little meditation in here that I'll read. It's a meditation. It's called Chant. You know, I love kids too. I really wanted to be a pediatric nurse or pediatrician. Really, Crystal? Yeah. So you would probably benefit from donating to that type of cause too. Ooh, Crystal. Or if you if you wanted to really do that, you could go to the children's hospitals even right now and volunteer. You know what I'm saying? Like just be of service, like volunteer a few hours, do whatever, but just to be in that environment to be doing something that you always wanted to do, you will find great fulfillment in that, right? Like self-worth, like you doing something really, really good. I know we got children's hospitals down here and they always need volunteers to do certain things, whether it be to interact with the kids, to go draw with them, to like go color with them. You know, the kids before, like that be in the hospital before they go get surgeries and stuff like that. They be needing people to do things with them or to sit with the siblings of the child that's in the hospital, things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna read the meditation real quick, and then it's a conclusion, but we'll read the conclusion tomorrow. I'll read the chant right now though. So this is a meditation chant, okay? This is I don't really chant, so this is good. This is good learning because I want to start chanting some things, getting back to my roots, okay? We have explored how to connect to people around us through gratitude, relationships, and service. As we do this, it is fitting to incorporate sound meditation into our practice to connect with the energy of the universe. Sound transports us. A song can take us back to a high school memory, make us want to dance, get us fired up. Words themselves have power. They can change how we see the world and how we grow. When we chant, we ourselves are generating this energy. Sound meditations allow us to connect with our souls and the universe through words and song. Ancient spiritual texts, including the Agni Purana and the Vayu Purana, discuss the why and how of chanting, suggesting that the repetition of sound purifies us. The sound is immersive, like giving our souls a regular bath. You can't put one drop of water on your body and be clean. You have to go underneath the water. Yes, Crystal, I'm going to tell you, I'll talk to you in a minute about that. Yes, ma'am. Recognizing the value of sound has carried through to modern times. Legendary inventor Nikola Tesla said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Right? If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Tesla experimented extensively with machines that created healing fields using vibrations. That may strike you as a bit woo-woo, but modern science is actually resurrecting Tesla's research on vibrational healing. Modern brain research is also starting to uncover scientific explanations for the healing power of ancient healing rituals, like how repetitive drumming and singing can open pathways to the subconscious. Monks harness the power of sound by repeating affirmations or mantras during meditation. An affirmation is a word or phrase you want to set as an intention. Virtually anything that inspires you can work. One of my clients says her favorite is, "At your own pace, in your own time." A friend of mine read a book called Brave, Not Perfect by Reshma Sanja, and made the title her mantra for a while. Brave, not perfect. I also like this too shall pass. I like that a lot too. This too shall pass, right? Or a phrase from a poet such as, live everything. A sports quote like, this moment is yours. A song lyric like, brush your shoulders off by Jay-Z. Something from a movie like Woo-Sa, courtesy of Bad Boys 2. Anything that connects you to the energy or idea you want to cultivate in your life can be effective, right? So that's why your affirmations should be specific to you, right? It's general affirmations, but you can also go deeper, right? And get really, really intentional with it, right? Based off things that you want to create, based off the peace that you want to feel, right? The feelings that you want to embody. I recommend adding a mantra to your morning and or evening meditation practice. It is beautiful to wake up or go to sleep listening to the sound of your own voice chanting. Where affirmations change the way you speak to yourself, mantras change the way you speak to the universe, okay? Mantra, in a deep sense, means to transcend the mind. And a mantra is a spiritual sound expressing thought and meaning that summons a power greater than ourselves. Mantras can be chanted or sung in unison. We meditate to listen and find clarity. We pray to share and find connection with the higher power. Chanting is both a dialogue with the universe. The oldest, most common, and most sacred mantra is Om. I learned this in yoga, y'all. In Vedic texts, the sound is given many shades of meaning, from infinite knowledge to the essence of everything that exists to the whole Veda. Om also is called pranava, whose meaning can be described as the sound by which the Lord is praised. Okay? In chanting, Om comprises 3 syllables. Om, A-U-M, Om. In Vedic tradition, this is important because each sound embodies a different state: wakefulness, dreaming, and deep sleep, or period of time itself, past, present, and future. You could say that the word Om represents everything. Okay? I heard it was the universal heartbeat, right? The universe's heartbeat. Just like how we got a heartbeat, that Om, that sound is like the universe's heartbeat. The vibrations from Om have been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve, which decreases inflammation. Vagus nerve stimulation is also used as treatment for depression, and researchers are looking at whether chanting Om may have a direct effect on mood. It's already been shown to calm one of the brain's emotional centers. When a mantra is put to music, it's called kirtan, a type of call and response chanting, which we often use at the ashram. A similar experience is fans chanting in a stadium, minus the alcohol and foul language. But the atmosphere that can be created has the same feeling of united energy. Though sound itself is of value, when I temporarily lost my voice for medical reasons, I reached out to a monk teacher. I said, I can't chant mantras. How can I meditate? He said, chanting was never from your mouth. It was always from your heart. He meant that, as with all acts, what mattered was whether the intention was full of devotion and love. The heart transcends instructions and perfection. Okay? So try this. Seeing through sound. For the sound exercises I described below, begin your practice with the following steps. Number 1, find a comfortable position, sitting in a chair, sitting upright with a cushion, or lying down. Number 2, close your eyes. Number 3, lower your gaze. Number 4, make yourself comfortable in this position. Number 5, bring your awareness to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Number 6, whenever your mind wanders, just gently and softly bring it back to calm, balance, ease, stillness, and peace. Number 7, chant each of these mantras 3 times each. When you chant them, bring your attention to each syllable. Pronounce it properly so that you can hear the vibration clearly. Really feel the mantra. Repeating it genuinely and sincerely, and visualizing a more insightful, blessed, and service-filled life. Okay? So the first one says, Om Namo. Om Namo Bhagavat Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I was getting a call. I offer praise unto the all-pervading divinity present within every heart, who is the embodiment of beauty, intelligence, strength, wealth, fame, and detachment. This mantra has been chanted for millennia by yogis and sages. It is cleansing and empowering and connects one with the divinity in everything. It can be recited especially when you are seeking insight and guidance. Okay? 2, Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. The absolute truth is eternal. This mantra appears in the Bhagavad Gita. It represents divine energy and invokes powerful blessings. All work is performed as an offering of love and service. This mantra is recited especially before beginning any important work to help perfect and refine our intentions and bring about balance and wholeness. Okay? Number 3, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhamvatu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom of all. Okay? This mantra, popularized by Jivamukta Yoga, is a beautiful reminder to look beyond ourselves and to remember our place in the universe. Okay? I like that one. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to the freedom for all. Love it. So that's it, family. That's where we're going to end it. Oh my God. I can't believe we are done with Mr. Jay Shetty's book, right? Mr. Jay Shetty, like, he is super popular actually, especially on like social media platforms. So definitely, if you are not following him yet, follow him. I've been tagging him in every single post that I've been making on Instagram since we've been reading his book, trying to get his attention. But I'll get his attention soon enough, right? I'll speak with him soon enough. I'll meet him soon enough. We're going to have a bomb.com conversation about manifestation and the law of attraction and about, mindset and all of that stuff. So I'm super excited about that because I'm speaking it into existence, right? He is super awesome, Crystal. And he has this podcast called Purpose. It's called a Purpose Podcast. So you can definitely go follow his podcast and, get even more, some more good, I don't know, good vibes about this stuff, this manifestation stuff, law of attraction, just living life purposefully, mindfully, happily, balanced, and living life easily, right? I like Dar Man too. I don't know who that is. I got to look into him. Dar Man. Is he a monk too? Well, Jay Shetty not a monk anymore. He left the monk. We read he left, but he was a monk for a little bit. And I want to think like a monk because I want to always be calm, right? I want to always exude peace. I want to always keep my internal circumstances at peace, even though the outside, the world around me can be in chaos. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. That's basically the goal of self-mastery, self-awareness, personal development, is being able to not allow those outside circumstances to affect the internal peace, to, you know what I'm saying? Just be grateful for the little things, right? A lot of people out here, they want the big things, right? They're looking for the finished product of everything. They're looking for the end result. We see on social media, we see people's end results, right? We don't see the process or the struggles that they went through to get to where they are, but we do see the glory, right, from the story. And that could allow a lot of people to feel less than, right? But when you are just grateful for who you are, grateful for just being alive, being a human on this planet, having this experience, that puts things in perspective, right? And every single day you can keep yourself in a good perspective, in a good mindset, grateful about what you do have, right? And I always think about the universal laws. When you think about the law of relativity, it's somebody that's always in a worse position than we are, right? Most times. It's always a way to see the good in your situation, because no matter what, it's somebody who would kill to be in the situation that you feel is not the best, or the situation that you know can be better. It's someone who would just kill to be where you are in that, right? In that mess. It might be mess to you, but somebody would kill to have that mess, right? So you just got to think about that. Be grateful. So I'm super grateful for y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. We're going to come back tomorrow for sure and finish. It's just like a little conclusion. I am going to read it because I want to see how he wrapped it up, how he concluded all of this. It was a great book. So I just want to see how he concluded it. But Crystal, as for that question you asked me, yes, they are mandating us at the hospital to have mandatory vaccinations or whatever. I feel like it's bullshit, right? I'm irritated by it. I don't have no vaccination right now, and I don't plan on getting it. So of course, naturally, I've been like, okay, thinking, right? Planning. But I feel like God exposed me to what I was exposed to last year, all of this information, all of these different financial platforms. I was exposed to these things for a reason, right? I've been studying these things over the last year for a reason. So I'm not going to be forced to do something I don't want to do, right? We just gonna see how it play out. But I know a lot of people out here are feeling like they have no choice. They have no choice, right? Because, you know, a year and a half ago, I would have felt that way. A year and a half ago, before I enlightened myself, before I learned, and before I knew everything that I know now, I would have been like, oh, damn, like I have to do this because I have to be able to work. I have to feed my family. I have to be dependent on them, right? But I'm not dependent on anybody anymore. And I feel like this would be the perfect time. Like, the people are the power at the end of the day, right? We are the power. We have the power. So yes, all of these companies are saying like, oh, it's mandatory. So it's going to be, it's like, I just keep thinking about that Drake song in my head. We'll see what's about to happen next, okay? Because it's either people going to fall in line and just do what they don't want to do, go against their better judgment, or they going to stand up for themselves, right? And people going to unite and people going to come together. And I want to see that. I want to see so many people come together. I want to see so many people helping each other, right? For the mamas who, if they don't get it, they can't work, they gonna like, let's pull together. Let's find some way to pull together to make sure kids is still eating, bills is still getting paid, right? And that's far-fetched to think that it'll happen under these circumstances, and it hasn't happened thus far, just regularly, right? Because people need help and people struggle. But I just pray. I pray for humanity. I pray that it can happen. I pray I'm going to do what I can, do my part to help, right? And we all can do our part by just being positive examples for other people to follow, right? Living in our own truths. You know what I'm saying? Just being vocal too, not being hidden or something like that. Like, people just got to use their voice, right? People got to use their voice. And we got to use our power, because the people are the power. So Yeah, girl. I'm not scared. I think we got like another month or something. I see what they're gonna do. Like, I really don't understand why it mattered for nurses. I really don't understand why it mattered for anybody, but especially the nurses, because we had to work through the whole pandemic before a vaccine was even created, and that wasn't a problem. You know what I'm saying? So now it shouldn't be a problem with me doing my job now just because a vaccine is created either. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that's it, family. I'm gonna end it there. Super grateful for y'all. Super just thankful to be able to grace y'all with a reading every single day. Thank y'all for trusting me. Thank y'all for listening to me and getting up with me every single morning. Thank y'all for, even though the schedule been crazy, especially the month of July, it was a crazy month, but just thank y'all. Crystal, I don't trust it either. Nothing that's being forced like this. Nothing that's being forced like this. And plus, I just feel like I'm 31 years old. I'm a healthy 31-year-old female. Like, I trust my immune system. I trust my body. I trust what God gave me, what I came here with, right? I don't need nothing added right now. Okay. Thank you, Queen, and have a blessed and super fantastic day. You too, Barb. You too. Y'all protect y'all energy today. Protect y'all peace today. Don't let the energy vampire steal your joy today. Be a light today. Be kind today. Be of service today. Do something just because it'll bring you joy, right? Do something to impact somebody else because it'll make you happy, not because you're expecting something in return for them, or not because you want to create some type of karmic debt record, right? You want to say, oh, I did this for you, so I need this done for me in a month or in 2 months, right? No, just be nice and be kind and do because you can, right? Because you're willing, because you're a servant leader. Okay. So I am your sister in love. I am your sister in light. I love y'all, and I will be back in the morning. God don't make no mistakes. Never have, never will. Okay. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. It's Taco Tuesday, y'all. Eat some tacos today.